Fuck that nigga. But we got another video here, bro. Another anime type B. You know what I'm saying? You know I always gotta get my anime shit on. You got hot takes, man, from the niggas on Short How. Know me? Let's see what they got hot takes for, you know what I'm saying?
Up, y'all. Normally
I wanted to think, like, when I saw this video and I wanted to watch it yesterday, I was trying to think of an anime hot take. I couldn't. I really couldn't, because I feel like my opinions are genuinely like based and like original, and like everyone should just be agreeing with it, because I've always got like the best opinions on any sort of anime in all of existence, you know, that I have seen, you know. So I couldn't think of any hot takes, because genuinely I don't make any hot takes, you know. I'm usually like a pretty based opinionator, you know. But yeah, let's get back into the video.
we do hot takes of anime TikTok, but I could tell y'all right now, anime Twitter is a whole new world. If you guys want to send me some anime
there was
tweets,
bullshit in
my Twitter
that.
is at shonen_.
I was Joker. Joker was fire.
Discord is now open in the description.
I am now in the process of becoming Alpha Fleck.
Below, let's get right into it. First, we have a tweet here from
I am 20% Alpha Fleck.
Justin saying, "My Hero Academia made anime mainstream, and I refuse to let y'all revive."
Who was it that I saw someone say this bullshit in another video? I can't remember what video it was. Oh, it was in a podcast today that I watched earlier today, that someone said this bullshit. My Hero Academia is the anime mainstream, and I refuse made anime mainstream. This is the stupidest thing that I have ever seen in my life. This is honestly the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. What do you mean it made anime mainstream? That makes zero sense, because it was mainstream years before this. Like Dragon Ball, fucking Pokemon, Naruto, all of that shit didn't exist. He didn't even say in 2020, because he's quote tweeting anime is on American TV since the 60s to 70s and very popular in the 90s with titles like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. And then he says, My Hero Academia made anime mainstream, and I refuse to let y'all revise history like it didn't. Crunchyroll owes My Hero everything.
History like
I'm not gonna lie to you, no. There is no but. There is no but to this argument, bro. Anime was already mainstream before My Hero Academia. Anime was mainstream well before. I'll be completely honest with you. I'll be so honest with you. If you want to say Demon Slayer made anime mainstream, I will see that argument way before I will see My Hero. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I know season 1, 2, and 3 was good. Was fire. But not on the scale as what Demon Slayer did. Because Demon Slayer really put a whole lot of shit on the map. Of a lot of people that don't watch a lot of anime, people are saying, oh yeah, Demon Slayer is number one. Demon Slayer is number one. I've never heard anyone say My Hero is number one. A lot of people that I know that don't watch a lot of anime would say Demon Slayer is their best anime that they've seen, and all of that bullshit. My Hero is, well,
Crunchyroll owes My Hero Academia everything. All right, so there's a lot to unpack here. I've seen a lot of people going crazy over this tweet, but we do have to acknowledge what My Hero Academia has done, especially for new gen anime fans. We cannot lie. My Hero Academia was one of the biggest gateway anime for new gen anime fans, 100%. But the tweet didn't specify whether this is new gen or old gen, or we don't know.
That's my thing, bro. Like, the tweet didn't specify new gen. No. Like, if you want to say new gen, I can somewhat hear you, but again, even during them times, during the anime resurgence, like, people were saying that it was fire, but that was along with other fire animes. Like, My Hero wasn't the top anime at the time. It was one of the top animes at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say My Hero was what put it on the map. And then Demon Slayer just fucking blew that shit out of the water.
No, because you're saying that My
Not
Hero
new gen
made
anymore.
anime
That's what I'm saying,
mainstream, bro, is a very, very crazy thing. And the only reason why I can say that is because Demon Slayer exists.
Well, you see what I'm saying, bro? Talk about it.
Outbreak was the craziest I have ever seen personally.
Bro.
You could talk about how popular DBZ has been. You could talk about Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach.
Like, if there's any argument to be made for anything making anime mainstream for new gen, it's Demon Slayer. It's not no My Hero. My Hero was fire, of course it was, but it was one of the fire animes out at the time. Demon Slayer broke shit. Demon Slayer was different.
Popularity in the early 2000s.
Even though I don't rate Demon Slayer highly in any capacity, except from in animation and OST. The OST pretty slaps pretty much. But everything else, you know what I'm saying, is pretty good.
And still continuing on to this day. We get all of that. But at the end of the day, anime wasn't fully socially accepted until around the new gen era. And we do have to admit, even though My Hero Academia was one of the biggest gateway anime for the new gen anime fan, Demon Slayer took it to a whole other level. Let's be serious.
Way
it
different
was to the
level.
point where people were tweeting about that season 1 episode 19 that
Yup.
took Demon Slayer to the highest,
Yup.
breaking out
That
manga
19
sales
was
records
crazy.
that are passing One Piece, dropping movies in theaters, dropping episodes in theaters. I mean,
What
Demon
really new
Slayer
gen for real
really
though,
did
because
change
these
the
new
game. And that
there's been multiple. I mean, new gen is only like it's pretty not subjective, but it's dependent on when you're talking about it. Like right now, My Hero wouldn't be considered new gen anymore. You know what I'm saying? But a few years ago, My Hero would be, because we're literally going into season 7 of My Hero. So it by definition, it can't be considered new gen. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, JJK can be considered new gen. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it can be considered new gen. Demon Slayer at this point, I don't even think it can be considered new. Yeah, Demon Slayer can't be considered new gen right now because it's gone into its 4th season too. You know what I'm saying?
For new
After
gen anime
years
fans, I
of being
believe
out.
Demon Slayer broke My Hero Academia's record. So I don't know if I could fully agree with this tweet because making anime mainstream
2016,
is
exactly,
very
almost a
subjective.
decade
We
ago.
discussed the old
Hell
gen,
no,
we
it's
could
a
say
new age.
DBZ. Everybody knows what Kamehameha is. Everyone knows what Goku
Exactly.
is. So is that the mainstream standard? We have to discuss what is making anime
Exactly.
mainstream essentially in the beginning. But
DS
I think
came
we do
out,
have
Demon
to
Slayer
give
came out
Justin some
2021.
credit here because My Hero Academia was huge.
It came out in 2021? Really? Okay. If it came out in 2021, it could still sort of be considered. If it came out in 2021, it was still in the early stages of 2024. So Demon Slayer can still sort of be considered new age, but barely, barely.
For new gen anime fans, it just got surpassed by Demon Slayer. That's really what happened to My Hero Academia. It was hot and everyone loved it, but then Demon Slayer came along and reminded everybody that there's still competitors in this business. We have a
Not only that, it kind of fell off too.
tweet here from Chidori Uchiha showing us Kaguya and Imu. For Kaguya, it says lame. Secret villain revealed out of nowhere late in the story. That is what a lot of the Naruto fans were saying about Kaguya. But on a different side of the same coin, we have Imu from One Piece saying amazing reveal. Secret villain revealed out of nowhere late in the story. I think
this is the dangerous thing about watching videos on this channel, because you always gotta be careful of fucking spoilers. That's the dangerous thing about this nigga's channel, bro. Like, and I love his videos. I absolutely love his videos, bro. But you can be subject to random spoiler drops. Like, obviously, he never really went into detail about it, but
this tweet really makes no sense at all, because even though Kaguya and Imu's reveals were not predicted by either fandoms, we have to understand that Kaguya being brought into the story at the end took away from Madara's greatness. That is really why the Naruto fans were upset. Because Madara, that's
the only reason why Naruto fans are mad. I'll be real. Nobody gives a fuck about Kaguya being like coming in late in the game. The only reason people give a fuck about Kaguya is because she took away almost everything from what Madara was meant to be. Because from all that building, that story building, that world building, that character building, everything for Madara, for all of that to be taken away for Kaguya, that also just came in at the end of the story, is why a whole lot of niggas are mad. If she didn't take that away, it was I don't even know how she wouldn't have, but it's like, yeah, that's the main thing. Like he's
hyped
spitting
up
right
as
here.
being a mastermind behind all of these great ideas. You're talking about hyping up Obito to
Yup.
attack the Hidden Leaf Village,
Yup.
the formation of the Akatsuki,
Yup.
taking down all the Jinchuriki.
Yup.
All of this was thought to be Madara's idea until you find out that Black Zetsu and Kaguya were really behind pulling the strings. So
literally,
from a Naruto
that shit,
fan's perspective,
that's the shit that just ruined Naruto, bro. And that's why for me, Boruto will forever be shit. Sorry.
if you're hyped up to see Madara be the final villain, and then all of a sudden it's stripped away from you at the final battle, that is not what Oda did with Im. Did anyone have any idea that Imu was going to be in the story? No. But there was so much left to be discovered in the villains of One Piece anyway. We still did not get the full impact of the Gorosei that we do now. The God's Knights have been introduced into the story, and Imu does not take away from any of the other villains' greatness. People still want to see Blackbeard rise.
To be fair, I do know who he is. I mean, like, I do know of Emu because at least where I'm in the anime right now, I'm up to date, because they have shown a speck of him. So maybe that's why. Wait, when did he make this video? 3 days ago. So maybe that's why he dropped the video after 3 days, because he was revealed like a few weeks ago.
To the top and be one of the final.
Boruto is good. I stopped coping, bro.
People still want to see Akainu get down with either Sabo or Luffy.
Boruto came out too early. Yeah. Like if Boruto was to come out, it should have came out like a whole lot later, because Boruto literally came out like a few weeks or so after Naruto just ended, and everyone was still like feeling the effects of Kaguya and shit. And then you're gonna base pretty much your whole story around that premise too. Ain't nobody gonna give it a chance.
Much left that we still have to discover. So Imu was actually brought in at a great point within One Piece, which is why his revelation.
Yeah, Imu been. Yeah, to be fair, it's not really a spoiler.
Kaguya stripped away
about
the other
Imu
antagonists in Naruto, but in the case of One Piece, Imu's revelation actually added to the story. So for me personally, I don't think we can equate the two. So we have a tweet here from Ella showing us a poll saying that JJK is majorly popular among people whose first anime is JJK or haven't watched the big three yet. Looks like most people disagree. And I too am a part of that.
Yeah.
Yes, Jujutsu Kaisen has risen to an incredible height. We do know that it has been crowned as the most popular anime ever. I do have some questions about that, but I will give it its flowers for now. I don't know if it really has reached the heights that Dragon Ball has reached, or even Pokemon, or even Naruto, but it is definitely #1 right now. You could say that 100%. But I don't
right now, for people to watch, to recommend, I'm not gonna lie, anyone that's trying to watch anime right now, my #1 anime to recommend people is always Attack on Titan. It's always Attack on Titan, because especially if they like action and shit, and then some good plot as well. And if you want that initial shock factor to draw you in, that first episode of Attack on Titan will always be amazing to me. Or to draw in someone to be like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Attack on Titan will always be my #1 to recommend someone to get into anime. But if they're a little bit into anime and shit like that, then JJK will be next up, because literally JJK is just hit after hit after hit. You know what I'm saying? Once you're into the anime verse a little bit, then yeah, JJK will be next. Like literally, my boy right now, he finished watching. He finally caught up to One Piece, and then I told him, yeah, the next thing you gotta watch, fuck Hunter, fuck finishing Code Geass that I told you to watch years ago, and every other anime, watch JJK. And then you know what he told me? Every other person that watches anime he knows told him to do the same thing. Bro, JJK is really like that, bro.
I don't think that's because JJK is a gateway anime. I've never seen Jujutsu Kaisen as a gateway anime. Most people that have seen JJK have already been anime fans for the longest time. And
exactly.
A lot of people that saw Jujutsu Kaisen for the first time were making comparisons to older anime that they've already seen. Team 7 from Naruto, or even Ichigo Squad in Bleach. A lot of people were drawing comparisons between Team 7 shows. Gojo and Kakashi have always been compared. We have a tweet here from Surgeon of
Always recommend short anime, to be honest. But it's like, what good short animes to hook someone? I mean, obviously, it's dependent on the type of person they are, like what genre that they're into. Like if they're into romance shit, if they're into comedy shit, if they're into action shit, that's what's mainly dependent on. But short anime, like what short anime would you recommend? Would you think is like a gateway? Fully Cooley? I feel like that's too niche. I feel like Fully Cooley is too niche to be a gateway anime. I fuck with it. I feel like it's a bit too niche because I feel like it'll be a whole lot of what the fucks. I fuck with Fully Cooley too. That's one of my favorites, but I feel like it's a bit too niche.
Guys follow him saying Egghead has the potential to surpass this arc. Obviously in the video you guys can see this is the Enies Lobby arc, but even then thinking that or any other arc surpassing it,
I'm loving
unlikely.
Egghead back now.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. Enies Lobby is one of the greatest arcs in One Piece.
In my opinion, Enies Lobby is not for number one. In my opinion, Enies Lobby is not number one, but it's top two, top three. It's top two, top three. But Marineford will always be number one for me. I'm not gonna lie. Marineford will always be number one for me just because of the suspense, the action, the everything that will coupled into that one, the build up into Marineford, bro. No arc is literally topping that for me. Like, Enies Lobby was amazing though. That's why it's literally right there too. But in terms of literally just me locked into every single fucking anime, every single fight, everything that was built, everything that happened in that arc, yeah, Marineford would always be number one to me. Everyone knows about Fully Cooley? Not everyone. Not everyone knows about Fully Cooley, to be honest. You could recommend Mob Psycho, even though I haven't seen it. I don't know. I fuck with Mob Psycho, but I don't know if that would like. Me personally, I wouldn't. I'd sooner recommend One Punch Man before I'd recommend Mob Psycho, because it's just it sounds dumb, but like you can appease people more with someone fighting with like their fists easier than it is someone fighting with like psychic powers and shit. You know what I'm saying? It might sound stupid, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Enies Lobby had Robin moment hit different. That's a fact. That's a fact. But that Marineford also had that Luffy and what's his name? Oh my god. Fire Fist. Oh my god, I forgot his brother's fucking name, bro. Oh my god, bro. Ace. That Ace moment, bro. The hole in the stomach, the scar, all of that, bro.
One Piece fan can at least admit that.
When they get to Sabodi the first time and get packed up with, bro. That's number one?
In Egghead,
I wouldn't call it number one.
The hype, the power, the action, the scenes, the emotional moments. I mean, everything from Kuma's backstory to Luffy boxing with the Gorosei. I mean, you can't compare.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that was gonna happen, but okay.
Compete with Egghead really right now, unless you're talking about heavy hitters like Marineford and Enies Lobby. Now, for
at this point, I feel like I just need to read the manga, bro, because niggas are just going. I feel like especially with One Piece and JJK, I feel like I just need to read the manga, bro, because niggas are just.
For me, Enies Lobby is actually behind Marineford for me. I think Marine.
Hey, I don't know what it is that, bro. The Soul Link is crazy. The Soul Link is crazy. Egghead and Beyond is going down to be the best. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm loving Egghead so far a lot. So. I'm not mad at it.
Go arc, but when it's all said and done, once Egghead is finished, Egghead might be over Marineford. Egghead really might be in that type of conversation, because even though I love Marineford, I love how Whitebeard name dropped the series. I love how Ace's death really impacted Luffy and Jinbei and all these people. I love everything that happened with the Marineford War, even the build up to it. I'm telling you guys right now, when Kuma's backstory gets animated, that's gonna be one of the greatest consecutive episodes that we've seen in One Piece.
Yeah.
As far as emotional moments.
I'm lost because I'm lost. Like niggas was saying, like when, like I think it was literally Heartless or somebody else was saying it as well. Like when we were watching Thingy like over the past few weeks, niggas were saying, "Oh, this shit lame and shit." I'm loving it. The fuck out of Egghead, bro. When I was catching up with One Piece like a few weeks ago, because I was like 10 episodes behind, bro, I was locked in to those episodes, bro.
Gorosei. Even when all the Gorosei are in the room together and they all transform at the same time.
I don't even know what a fucking Gorosei is. I'm not gonna look it up.
Honestly,
I think you know, I think I have an idea what the Gorosei are.
And I love Enies Lobby.
It's them old men.
It's an S tier arc for me. And Egghead, it's already S tier without even being done. So what is that? Next we have a tweet here from Sakazuki is top 1. Saying maturing is both acknowledging and accepting Kuzan is stronger than Luffy, Shanks, and Blackbeard. Then I'll stay a kid forever. This is ridiculous. This is blasphemy.
What are we talking about?
Highest grade. I get you're an Admiral fan though. So obviously, you know, shout out to you. There's a lot
What are
of
we talking
Admiral
about?
fans out there in the One Piece community.
What are we talking about right
This is
here?
ridiculous. And I already know what this is. So we already know, because you believe Akainu is top 1 and he was boxing Kuzan for around 10 days, that Kuzan has to be number 2. I mean, not only do I not have Akainu in my top 1, to be honest with you,
neither do
it
I.
may be a struggle to get Kuzan in the top 10 based on what's going on with the God's Knights dropping out here and you have the Gorosei going crazy. The Admiral fans, to me, have been saying for the longest that Kizaru was one of the top Admirals, that Kizaru is possibly even stronger than Kuzan. There was Admiral fans that were making a case that Kizaru was stronger than Akainu at one point in time. But look what's going on in Egghead. Luffy is boxing with the Gorosei, hitting Kizaru with...
I gotta skip forward. I got to. Because there's moments like those, I want to see it. I don't want to be spoiled about it.
Oh, he has emotional attachments to Vegapunk.
Yeah.
Making sure that he tries to some extent. If Kizaru was showing any signs of being a traitor, they would be boxing him as well. So I can't say Kizaru was holding back this entire time. I feel like that would be disingenuous. But if Kizaru is any approximation of what a full-powered Kuzan will
Didn't
look
warn.
like, Admiral fans, it's time, man. It's time you guys hang up your Admiral jerseys. It's over with. Start buying those God's Knights, those Holy Knights, and those Gorosei stocks, man, before they run out. I'm telling you, start buying those now. Because if we're being serious now, the Blackbeard Pirates had to jump old Garp. Garp outside of his prime. Even though Aokiji was there boxing with him, they still had to gang up on him. Listen, y'all better take Shank's name out there. Y'all just saw Green Bull looking like a track star. He was running.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that.
Yeah, we ain't doing
Shanks.
Shanks.
From Hisoka CEO saying, if we're not being biased, who did it better? Goku Ultra Instinct or Luffy Gear 5? As a fan of both series, I think my best answer for this would be Goku's was more iconic, but Gear 5 Luffy was more unique of an idea. Gear 5 Luffy did break...
Yeah, I can agree with that. If that's the arguments you're gonna make, yes. UI is literally way more iconic. Like, I'm not gonna play with that. UI, there's been so many memes and everything that's been about with UI and the nonchalantness, the fit and everything, what he does. Gear 5 Luffy, it's been a year. Niggas are still disappointed with Gear 5 Luffy. I don't hear nothing about Gear 5 Luffy. And I love it. The only aspect I dislike about it is how goofy it is. But I've just got hope that that's not all there is to it. It's not just a goofy form. I feel like there's a bit more to it. Like I've always been a fan with goofy characters that's got serious mode. Like that little, I forgot the word for it, but like when there's a stark difference from when your usual persona. For a perfect example, if you've seen Hitman Reborn, you know how Suna's character, the main character, is how he's a shy, pussy nigga character. But then when he starts taking them pills, I think it's when he starts taking them pills, he starts to have that serious demeanor and type shit, and he's just on smoke with any nigga in his face, bro. He's just on smoke with anyone, and he just looks cold as fuck with that fire in his fucking forehead, bro. That's the perfect example of what I'm talking about. So if he's got something like that, hey, I ain't gonna lie, Gear 5 might be I don't know, maybe a Gear 6. But look how long it took us to get to Gear 5 from Gear 4. Like it took us 10 years, I don't know. Okay.
The internet. However, the first episode of Gear 5
One Piece niggas are overrating Gear 5.
It wasn't
like, if in terms of overrating, if we're talking about power, this nigga cracked as fuck. If we're talking like in his abilities, he's cracked as fuck. But in terms of just it being a form that I just rate highly, in terms of like appearance, iconicness, and all of that shit, nah, I can't.
Until some later episodes of Gear 5, like Gomu Gomu no Kaminari, where we started to say, okay, now Gear 5 is looking serious. But the idea, the uniqueness of the transformation was unprecedented. When you're looking at Goku's Ultra Instinct transformation, it was one of the biggest anime moments of all
Literally.
time. That broke the internet as
Literally,
well,
that broke the motherfucking
at
internet.
a much higher tier. Anime fans from all around the world were trying to tune into
It's UI.
But
It's
I
UI
will
here.
say that I believe that Toei handled the Ultra Instinct transformation better than they handled the Gear 5 Luffy. They gave Dragon Ball Super a 1-hour episode special, and then when Luffy's Gear 5 dropped, they were doing repeated frames.
Yeah,
They didn't show it the same love. So I will say that on the
hey, hold
first
that
day
nigga,
of release,
if anything.
Goku's Ultra Instinct, it released better than Gear 5 Luffy. But if you want to talk about comparing the transformations and which one is cooler and which one is more unique, you have to go with Gear 5 Luffy. You have to go with the Sun God Nika Luffy. That ability literally started making people talk about Luffy in conversations of Toon Force because of how unique and how wild and wacky the idea is. And it still really fits the story of One Piece. So it's tough to say which one actually did it better because
I don't know, Luffy just a goofy ass nigga. It makes sense. I mean, yeah, no, like it makes sense, but it's like Luffy is a goofy ass nigga, but it's like we've always seen Luffy when he's fighting a big boss or anything, this nigga goes into a serious mode. Like this, like Gear 4, Snake Man, Bound Man, all of that shit. His demeanor, he looked pissed off. This nigga looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked mad. Like this nigga on smoke. But in Gear 5, this nigga just looks like he's you know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at that, especially when this shit popped. Like my thing is this. Okay. My thing is this. Gear 5 with him being goofy as fuck can be completely fine. But if we can get moments like this, and when he just like, maybe not smile, but like he gives you like that demeanor where he's about to fuck your shit up type shit. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like just cool moments, not just goofy moments. Like this was a cool ass moment where he was like, he finished transformation, he was bouncing around and shit like that, then boom, he's in this nigga's face and then he blicks him. That was cold as fuck to me. That gassed the fuck out of me. But I don't know.
Next, we have a tweet here from King of Lightning saying 1100 was amazing.
That's the point. I think he more scary when he goofy. I understand that. I can like the thing is, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't understand it. I just don't like it as much. That's mainly it.
And it deserves this high rating, but the best One Piece episode is still 10:15. And as you guys can see the image here, this is when Luffy first pulled up on the roof and had Big Mom
this episode.
I think this is when Luffy dropped the red rock.
Oh,
I 1000% agree with this. Listen, we already know what it is. If Megami Ishitani is in the building, I don't care about
that was a hard episode
that's going on with One Piece.
That was hard. That was a hard episode. That was a hard episode when he pulled up a Big Mom and Gyro and he dropped that motherfucking
even though we do love this recent episode 1100, we love the Rob Lucci.
This episode was clean as fuck though. I don't think it's not. I don't think it's better.
It's great. 10:15 had so much more of an emotional pull, building up to the actionable moments as well. It is that hype. 10:15 is probably one of Ishitani's
10:15 got it.
And that was the episode that really started Roof Piece. So
I feel you though. I feel you
here. Next, we have a tweet here from Red Lightning 420 saying, Deku, you have 1 minute to solo the JJK first.
What?
Nah, man.
Man.
Yo, Gojo is crazy, y'all. Y'all are disrespectful, man.
I'm about to say, you're disrespecting the fuck out of Gojo. You're disrespecting over a flick, nigga. You're disrespecting the fuck out of that nigga Gojo.
Soloing the JJK verse has to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
That's insane.
Enough domain expansions are going to be popping out. Sukuna's going to be.
I'm about to say.
Soloing the verse. A lot of people don't understand what soloing the verse truly means. They think, oh, because my character scales a little higher than yours, and now all of a sudden I can pack up everybody in the verse. Like, no, you're fighting everybody all at once.
Literally, bro. You get no rest, nigga. And this is Jump King right here, bro. We jumping niggas. This is, this is Jump King, nigga. We jump niggas here. The fuck you talk about what you want the favor for one-on-one, nigga? We jump niggas here, nigga. The fuck? You want fight Sukuna one-on-one? Oh, you got Gojo and this nigga, what's his name? Megami? I'm ready, nigga. What's up? Don't play with us, no, nigga. We jump niggas here.
But I can't see him soloing JJK. Man.
Hell nah.
That's crazy.
We jump niggas here.
A classic Naruto versus Luffy toxic debate that will never end.
Sure never ends.
Sama 7 saying this is exactly how Naruto versus Luffy would go.
Hold this man.
Oh,
hold this man. But yeah.
With the Rob Lucci edit. Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah.
Oh man, that's so disrespectful. Then we have the response from the Naruto fan Zentrix here saying this is how Naruto versus Luffy would actually go. Oh, damn. Yo, y'all got it. Yo, see, look, y'all Naruto fans, I can't with y'all. First of all, man. Nah, listen, both sides are toxic.
Both sides are toxic as
This is
hell.
hilarious. But can y'all at least give Luffy Gear 5 first? Y'all put Naruto in barrier mode and you had Luffy sitting in base. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Let's at least give Luffy
That's disrespectful.
Gear 5.
Get this nigga his power up, bro.
Fan side, if we're gonna give Luffy Gear 5, let's also give Naruto barrier mode as well. But you guys let me know down in the comment section below which tweets you
Shit, who do you think?
show love
Who do you niggas think will win? This is a W video though.
Want to follow me on Twitter at shonen_showdown.
Who do you think? Who do you niggas think will win? Who do you niggas think will win? Barrier mode Naruto or Gear 5 Luffy from what we've seen so far? Talk no Jutsu beats all. Talk no Jutsu is undefeated. Talk no Jutsu is undefeated. Barrier mode will pack him up. Like low difficulty. Shit. I don't know if I can go that far. I don't know if I can go that far now. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Gear 5 Luffy. Just mainly because this nigga can literally, everything around him, he can pretty much control based on his imagination. And we can't even argue on like their stamina, because it's about even. If anything, I think barrier mode's like the time limit on barrier mode is shorter than Gear 5 Luffy. I'm pretty 100% on that. The time limit on barrier mode is way shorter than Gear 5 Luffy's one is. And the main thing is that nigga can use it multiple times. Barrier mode is a one-time use. So yeah, I'm pretty much giving that to Gear 5 Luffy. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's not a low diff. If I'm being honest with you, it's pretty mid diff. It's pretty mid difficulty. It's not high. I don't think it's. Am I disrespecting Naruto? I don't know. I don't know if I'm disrespecting Naruto, bro, but I think it's like mid difficulty for Naruto, for Gear 5 Luffy to beat barrier mode Luffy, barrier mode Naruto. But let me know what you think.